Hello, this is Marcus Bauman, and welcome to Late Night with Marcus. Fred will be unavailable until further notice as he's caught the dreaded Pith 26 virus. But do not worry, he's making a speedy recovery and should be back in action within the next few weeks, so I'll be filling in for him. Tonight we have a very special guest, someone who has proven themselves to many members of Burgundy in such a short amount of time. So, without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce Lyra Kronrosen.
Hello.
How's it going tonight?
Really good. I've been waiting for this for a while, so I'm really happy it's finally happening.
I'm sure we all have, and it's too bad about Fred, but we'll keep
Hope he
working,
gets
keep
well
moving
soon.
on. Alright, so shall we get right into the questions?
Absolutely.
Great. So tell us, what did you have to do to gain your position as Secretary of the Deputy Leader?
Well, I volunteered for the position one night. It wasn't so much I had to really do anything as much as we were able to work together. We sort of click in a very interesting way. So that was getting along perfectly, and sort of the years of experience that I have in my belt within this community, I guess, made him see me as someone who's nice to have around. But, yeah.
Right, very interesting. I was not aware that the deputy was actually going to have a secretary, but it's good to see that he does.
He probably wasn't unless I suggested it.
So, could you tell us what it's like to be the Secretary of the Deputy Leader?
Okay, being the Secretary of the Deputy Leader is honestly wonderful. Me and him working together and doing things together is always fun. I enjoy the sort of relaxed atmosphere we have with each other because I'm not really good with, formalities, strictness, and all that. I never have been. It's never been my thing. And being treated in sort of way by people where I'm either just, a rank, a cog in the machine has never worked well for me. Just that informal environment that we have with each other is wonderful. It also sort of has allowed us to have excuses for getting closer to one another, and spending time with him throughout the day has definitely been probably my favorite parts of my my days these past few weeks.
All right, very interesting. I'm sure he's glad to have a secretary like you.
I hope so.
Do you have any specific jobs as the Secretary of the Deputy Leader? Anything you have to do?
Yeah. I sort of am this funnel between people who want to contact him. If someone has an important or whatnot, I can direct it to him, or if it needs to be directed to someone else, I can direct them to whoever it needs to be directed to instead. I sort of help advise him on things at times if need be. I also will assist in organizing it, accounting things, and generally just making sure that he is happy and in good health and able to carry out his duties.
I see. So you told us that you suggested the job of the secretary to him. Is there a story behind this? How did you originally meet Gustav and get into that whole conversation?
How do you originally meet? Well, we met my first day in Burgundy. He was the first person I met, but we got into the conversation sometime because I was talking to him one night. I think it was around and we just ended up having a lot in common in some sort of ways, and we sort of just were able to get along really well. And I was one day, just one night, it was hey, if you ever wanted a secretary, I totally volunteered for the position. He was just on board with it immediately, and that's how that came to be. It wasn't really anything special besides just being both unanimously decided that would be a cool idea.
Oh. So you announced a few days ago that the Realm's Ministry of Culture would be put into action very soon. Do you have any future plans for the Realms Ministry?
Yes. I want the Realms Ministry of Culture to become an integral part of Burgundian society. I think that it could have a lot of potential with its classes, particularly both, which I want to be open to all members of the realm. Every single citizen, whether they're in the order, military, or not. I want them to be able to come there and they could improve themselves in some sort of way. I think with the order specifically, it could be a valuable tool with educating order members on how to sort of do their jobs better and actually make the order a competent running, force to be reckoned with. I mostly, but it will take a while for it to actually start up because first we need to, find enough professors.
Right.
And then once that's done, we will need to, start the enrollment and everything. And after that, it should be smooth sailing with the university. The museum is certainly going to take a lot more time, and so we'll have to start organizing that. That'll probably come after the university is all set up.
Well, I do think it's definitely a cool concept, and I would love to see the ministry grow.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you.
Now, what is your opinion on the Fred mindset? I'm sure you're familiar with it.
I am familiar with the Fred mindset, yes. My opinions are controversial one, as I disagree with the Fred mindset. I don't think it's, considerable due to practical considerations, if everyone's in the army who operates like the munitions factories, or even more importantly, who will make the sandwiches?
Oh, let's see. I'm not sure how that's going to go over with everyone else, but it's
I am a woman
definitely
of principle.
And finally, what is your opinion on Owen Frankie's 67 and his wise words?
Yes. Now, I think we should establish something about this man. That
Of course.
Two things have two options. He is either a prophet of God or an angel, most likely a god of the Abrahamic variety. With a few things that makes me think that this is the case. First off, he disregards the rules and conventions of human language, speaking in a way that's understandable, right? Yet it's foreign to us. I propose that this is the language of the heavens. Then we have his quotes. A few notable ones stand out. The first, I heard something. None of us have had any idea what he was talking about. This leads me to believe that what he heard was the voice of God echoing in the wind. And then the very phrase, I am invest, is very significant. By leaving off any modifier, suffix in particular, not only comes off as an investor for the realm, but as someone who God has invested his word into. And that is my opinion on Owen Frankie.
I've never thought about it like that. Is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers before we head off?
Let me think. Well, I just hope everyone, has a wonderful day or night or whenever they're watching this. And I don't know, say hi to me in games sometimes. I'm nice.
All right. Well, this was Late Night with Markus, and we will catch you on the next edition.